Coming up on this episode of WJMH Reports, there are many things to celebrate and bring awareness to in March. We'll share one starting this week.
Then we'll give insight on different ways senior students can prepare for college or the workforce.
Finally, join us for a sugary festival in Wheeling.
All that and more on this episode of WJMH Reports.
Welcome to this edition of WJMH Reports. I'm Penelope Petrucci.
And I'm Holden Welch.
Nutrition is one of the key things to our lives, and we get a chance to celebrate it in March. That's this week's top story. There are many beneficial things that proper nutrition can do for you, such as get your energy stabilized for the day, help your body physically, and help your mental health. Marshall County Schools Child Nutrition Director Deborah Derrico knows the importance of how mental health can be impacted by nutrition.
Our mood stabilization and helps reduce stress and anxiety. If you have a proper diet, again, rich in complex carbohydrates, such as fresh fruits and vegetables, which we try to promote here in Marshall County, it's going to help students with that mental well-being.
Marshall County Schools always try to promote healthy eating for their students. Not only is there a wide selection of food, but there is free breakfast and lunch for every student. It's important to have a balanced diet for not only your body, but your mind as well.
Grandview Park is hosting a comedy show and dinner on March 9th at the Banquet Hall. The show will feature Jody Kearns, who is known for her southern style of comedy, and she will make you laugh the entire time she is on stage. Britton Grace will also be performing at the event. He is not only known for being a great comedian, but he is a poet, author, and actor as well. The barbecue buffet dinner will be served at 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., and the comedy show starts at 7:30 p.m. and ends at 9 p.m. Tickets for dinner and the show are $35, and tickets for the show only are $15. There will also be a 50-50 raffle. You can register online at grandviewpark.com or by calling 304-845-9810. Again, that is 304-845-9810.
John Marshall Student Council will host its annual Easter Bunny event on March 22nd. This year, the event will be titled Evening with the Easter Bunny, and instead of being on a Saturday morning, will be held on a Friday evening from 5 to 8 p.m. Tickets are $10 for youth and $2 for adults. There will be plenty of activities, and snacks and drinks will be available as well. To purchase a ticket, visit johnmarshallcte.org/student-council. Again, that is johnmarshallcte.org/student-council.
The City of Moundsville Arts and Culture Commission has been around since 2019. The commission not only helps the community, but also brings special events to our area. Create with the MACC will happen in both March and May. March 16th will have gardening, while on May 11th, participants will have an opportunity to create stained glass. Jefferson Fridays will return in June, with events happening on June 14th, July 12th, and August 9th. Finally, movie nights will happen on June 29th and August 17th. There are more events for the rest of the year as well. Please visit the MACC website or stay tuned on WJMH Reports for future updates.
Coming up soon on WJMH Reports, John Marshall hosted its semi-annual blood drive.
Stay tuned for more details after this break.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
Roll Pride is not just a saying.
It represents who we are.
A pack of lions is called a pride.
The leader of that pride, the alpha lion, is called the monarch.
Here at John Marshall, our way of life requires teamwork,
hard work, and determination.
We don't just have pride.
We are pride.
Our pride is made up of each and every one of you.
When we stick together as a family, we can't help but succeed.
And when we roll pride, there's no stopping us.
Roll Pride!
Who should recycle? Well, the easy answer is everyone, but there is a more in-depth answer too. I believe younger people should feel more inclined to recycle because they can help build their future with more resources instead of letting it go to a landfill. But that doesn't mean that others shouldn't recycle either. Parents and grandparents create the pathway for their children and grandchildren and set themselves as an example, so it's crucial that they can also help out. If everyone can try to do their part and recycle, then it'll help our generations and the future ones.
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Penelope Petrucci.
And I'm Holden Welch. The EQT Foundation will be awarding scholarships for seniors with a passion for science, technology, and industry, specifically those who are looking to pursue a degree in the field utilized by the oil and gas industry. There will be evaluations that are based on several categories, including an essay, academic history, extracurriculars, and more. To apply, students must have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher and live in one of these following West Virginia counties: Doddridge, Harrison, Marion, Marshall, Tyler, and Wetzel. There are also 10 eligible counties in Pennsylvania and 1 county in Ohio. To apply, please visit eqtscholarships.versaic.com. The deadline to apply is March 31st. Again, that is eqtscholarships.versaic.com.
During February, Vitalent hosted its second blood drive at John Marshall this school year and gave rewards to anyone who donated. Students, teachers, and outside adults donated during this event. There were over 70 participants that donated blood while also receiving a John Marshall many of which cup or gift card afterward. The president of HOSA at John Marshall, Lance Riley, loves the work he is doing for his community.
There is a blood shortage around the world, and just donating a pint of blood could help be the difference in saving someone's life.
After the donation, donors are given something to eat and drink and are given some time to recover after the donation. Vitalent hosts blood drives regularly. While some donate often, many participated for the first time in February. If you're looking to donate in the future, you can visit Vitalent's website at vitalent.org. Again, that is vitalent.org.
Graduation is fast approaching, and there is a lot that seniors can do to prepare. Senior year can be a very stressful time, but it doesn't have to be. There are many things that you can do to get yourself ready for this next step. First of all, you need to find out what you want to do. If college is the answer for you, then apply to colleges that best suit you in your future. Then file for FAFSA, apply for scholarships, and finally finish out your final year of high school. John Marshall counselor Sonia Holliday does not want students to limit themselves.
I don't already have to be good at something to study that and make that a career. So understanding that you are at the beginning of your stages of growth as far as career choices.
However, if college is not the answer for you and you plan on going straight into the workforce, there are many things that you can do to prepare yourself as well. You can talk with adults you know and discuss job opportunities. You can put together a resume, and you can continue to improve your work ethic and working skills. John Marshall High School welding instructor Jason Summers sends 50% of his students straight into the workforce. Summers understands what it takes to make it in the working world, and he knows how to prepare his students.
It just takes just a little bit to be head and shoulders above everybody else in the workforce. I mean, whenever you have a little bit of free time, don't just stand around and talk with everybody. Grab a broom and at least look busy.
Regardless of what seniors are doing, it's important to finish out the year strong. Also, staying on top of deadlines is essential. While many students pursue college or go straight into the workforce, you can explore opportunities with the military. You can go to the office for more information.
Coming up next, I'll sit down with Marshall County Strings teacher Justin Jones to recap the program's recent benefit concert.
Stay tuned. WJMH Reports will return after this break.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
A monarch is fierce.
A monarch has pride.
A monarch is dedicated, determined,
and dominant.
A monarch isn't afraid of a challenge.
A monarch is strong-willed
and powerful.
A monarch is always ready for a battle.
A monarch is a leader.
A monarch's heart is fueled by fire.
A monarch demands attention.
A monarch is mighty in strength
and in spirit.
A monarch never backs down.
Whether on the field or in a classroom, a monarch always gives 100%.
Every time, no matter what.
Let's go Monarchs!
Monarchs!
Welcome back. On February 20th, Marshall County Strings held its annual benefit concert. This year's concert theme was Broadway musicals. This year's concert benefited Relay for Life in honor of Hannah Woods, a string student suffering from sarcoma. The money raised was also put towards the Marshall County Strings Program scholarship. Joining me now is Marshall County Strings teacher Justin Jones. What were the deciding factors for making the concert theme Broadway?
So every year at our benefit concert, we change up our themes, and a lot of that is inspired by feedback from the students. So Broadway musicals was one that I had originally done in 2017, and it was a popular response from students over the past years, so we thought at this point it would be a good time to bring that back into our cycle of themes.
Thank you. How did you come up with the name Curtain Up?
So Curtain Up refers to if you were in a Broadway musical, sometimes the stage may be closed with what we call the grand curtain. Sometimes they part from side to side, and sometimes it's just one fast up and down. So the idea is when the show begins, the curtain goes up, and that's kind of where the idea of Curtain Up, ready to go, get started with the show, came for our Broadway-themed concert.
Thank you. What is your favorite Broadway musical, and did that influence your pick on songs?
I don't think I have one particularly favorite Broadway musical. However, there is a composer, Jason Robert Brown, which I really like his music. He's a pianist, and a lot of his music is very intricate, and it also has a very acoustic feel to it, with strings, guitar, piano, that kind of thing. All instruments that I enjoy and play, so I think I gravitate towards really liking his music, the music of Jason Robert Brown.
Thank you. What was your favorite song that was performed?
Well, I loved a lot of pieces on the concert, but I believe that I think the piece that got most excited from the audience, the students who were performing, was our ABBA medley, which featured music from the musical Mamma Mia, of course, well known by everybody in the audience. And there's just a certain energy when you have the performers, the audience, everybody loving what they're doing so much, and it just feeds off, and you radiate that energy with them. So I think that was probably one of the top choices for the evening.
That was my mom's favorite too, and Edelweiss.
Oh, from The Sound of Music?
Uh-huh. My mom was like, I love that one. Who is eligible for the Marshall County String Scholarship, and where can you apply?
So, as you said, our benefit this year was the Relay for Life, and then we also support our Strings Program Scholarship, and that scholarship is available to students graduating from the Marshall County Strings Program who are going to pursue music in some fashion when they go to college. And those applications will be coming out later this month in March, and we will award that at our spring concert coming up later this year.
Thank you. How much of the money raised went to Relay for Life, and why is this such an important organization?
So we collected all the donations that we collected. We collected $1,825. So we split that in half. $912.50 will be going to our scholarship fund, and then the other half will go to the Marshall County Relay for Life. We asked for inspiration again from students who or what organizations they think would be a great recipient to receiving those funds. We try to do things that are local to our community, and the Marshall County Relay for Life, obviously local, but also having a string student who has gone through cancer treatments and is doing that right now. it had an extra special meaning to it this year. So things that organizations that support ties with us and our community are kind of the focus, and this year all those things just happened to roll into one, and with the Marshall County Relay for Life being the given recipient of our donations for half of that from the concert.
What upcoming events are you most excited for?
So we have a variety of upcoming events in the strings program, but the two that I'd like to highlight are the end of the year spring concert on Tuesday, April 30th. That will involve grades 4 through 12. And then we will be going at the end of the year. Our high school students will be traveling to Washington, D.C., which you'll be going on that trip, from May 17th, right after graduation, through the 19th, and that'll involve a variety of things. Of course, sightseeing, learning about our nation's capital, seeing some performances, a couple performances at the Kennedy Center, as well as our performance. We'll be doing a public performance in Washington, D.C. while we are there also. So those are the two big things we have to finish off this year.
Thank you. Overall, the 2024 Marshall County Strings Benefit Concert was a success. For more information about upcoming events and the Strings program, visit the John Marshall website at johnmarshallhighschool.com. Stay tuned for This Week in Pictures to see the photos from the event. Coming up next, we'll take you to an annual event designed to help brides plan their big day. We'll be right back with that and more on WJMH Reports.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
Roll Pride is not just a saying.
It represents who we are.
A pack of lions is called a pride.
The leader of that pride, the alpha lion, is called the monarch.
Here at John Marshall, our way of life requires teamwork,
Hard work and determination.
We don't just have pride.
We are pride.
Our pride is made up of each and every one of you.
When we stick together as a family, we can't help but succeed.
And when we roll pride, there's no stopping us.
Roll Pride! Who should recycle? Well, the easy answer is everyone, but there is a more in-depth answer too. I believe younger people should feel more inclined to recycle because they can help build their future with more resources instead of letting it go to a landfill. But that doesn't mean that others shouldn't recycle either. Parents and grandparents create the pathway for their children and grandchildren and set themselves as an example, so it's crucial that they can also help out. If everyone can try to do their part and recycle, then it'll help our generations and the future ones.
Welcome back. We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Penelope Petrucci.
And I'm Holden Welch. In our last show, we previewed the Ohio Valley Mall 2024 Bridal Showcase.
Last weekend, I attended the event and it was beautiful and fun-filled. This event has been going on for over 20 years and it is important to the community. It was started to help brides plan their special day. Senior marketing consultant for iHeartMedia, Andrea Merriman, loves this event because with everything in one spot, it makes things easy for brides to be.
Honestly, it was to bring a one-stop location for brides to have connections with local businesses to help them plan their special day.
There were many vendors at this event. Vendors who were there to help with beauty and fashion needs were Cloud9, Rejuvenation Center, Pure Romance, Custom Fashion, Zion Retreat, Mary Kay, Levis Jewelry, LC Body Wellness, and Something Borrowed. Those who were there to help with entertainment and photography needs were Advanced Entertainment, Memories on National Road, Off-Center Production, and Selfie Snaps. Those there for floral and dessert needs were Kroger Floral, Little Annie's Sweets, and London Floral and Garden. Those were there for venue and future housing needs were Belmont County Tourism, Harvey Goodman Realtor, Wheeling Park White Palace, Farmers Daughters and Sons, Grandview Park, Diamond Lake, all-year events, Wheeling Country Club, and weddings at the Capitol. Those who were there to help with transportation needs were Elite Rides, Intel Travel, and Westwind Travel.
Ogilvy's Strader Center recently had its Maple Sugaring Festival. The event had different activities that explained how the Native Americans lived long ago, included how people got the sap from trees, what Native Americans did in their camps, and a maple syrup station. There were also some local vendors at the event. Schrader Environmental Center Assistant Director Joelle Benzie was pleased with the turnout of the event.
We actually have to cap it, so we sold out today. We're at 175 people, and we only cap it because we offer breakfast, and so that's how many people we can seat per time frame. So we'll be at 175 for sure.
The Maple Sugaring Festival was very successful this year.
Towngate Theater presents Rabbit Hole by David Lindsay Aber. The play is about the Corbett family, who has a picture-perfect life in the suburbs of New York until a tragic accident takes the life of their young child. The show will take place multiple days, on March 15th, 16th, 17th, and 22nd, and the 23rd. The show starts at 8 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. On Sunday, March 17th, the show will start at 3 p.m. To purchase tickets, you can go to the oyonline.com or you can call 304-242-7700. Again, to get tickets, you can visit oyonline.com or call 304-242-7700. The Moundsville Country Club will be hosting a 60-minute restorative sound bath with yoga instructor Emily Daugherty. Sound baths use instruments such as singing bowls to calm the mind and bring us to a theta brainwave state. This is a state between sleep and wakefulness. Daugherty enjoys doing this practice for others.
To me, it really connects well with the yoga practice. It's a very nice way to relax and meditate and start to restore and rejuvenate the body.
This event will take place on March 9th from 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. You can register online by going to wildwonderful-yoga.org. While walk-ins are welcome, you are encouraged to pre-register. Coming up next, we'll recap the 2024 John Marshall High School Queen of Queens pageant.
Find out who competed, who placed, and who will move on to the OVAC pageant in July. That and more after the break.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
A monarch is fierce.
A monarch has pride.
A monarch is dedicated, determined,
and dominant.
A monarch isn't afraid of a challenge.
A monarch is strong-willed
and powerful.
A monarch is always ready for a battle.
A monarch is a leader.
A monarch's heart is fueled by fire.
A monarch demands attention.
A monarch is mighty in strength
and in spirit.
A monarch never backs down.
Whether on the field or in a classroom, a monarch always gives 100%.
Every time, no matter what.
Let's go Monarchs!
Monarchs!
We've got more news now on WJMH Reports. I'm Penelope Petrucci.
And I'm Holden Welch.
Each year, John Marshall High School hosts the Queen of Queens pageant to allow seniors to showcase their talent and compete for the title of JMHS Queen of Queens. This year was no different.
This year's pageant featured 10 talented ladies from the class 2024. Throughout the event, each contestant performed in 3 categories, including interview, talent, and poise and presentation. The evening concluded with JM senior Lauren Rice winning the title of 2024 John Marshall Queen of Queens. During the talent portion of the event, Rice played her euphonium while she is proud to have won this year's competition, what she loved most about the event was enjoying everyone involved in the event.
I loved working with such talented people that I usually see every day, or maybe not even see every day, and see them be themselves.
Other awards presented were Miss Congeniality, which was voted on by the participants and awarded to Anadra Dudley. Second runner-up, which was awarded to Amelia Casti, and first runner-up, which went to Victoria Henry. Rice will now move on to compete in the OVAC pageant on Thursday, July 18th at the Capitol Theater in Wheeling. Then, the OVAC Queen of Queens will be crowned during the 78th annual Rudy Mumley All-Star Football Classic on Saturday, July 20th. That game will be broadcast live online by WJMH Media in partnership with the OVAC and WTRF.
The Marshall County Curtain Up Strings Benefit Concert recently took place at the John Marshall High School CPA. WJMH Media freshman Ryan Hemrod was able to provide photos of the beautiful performance for this week's Weekend Picks.
Thanks again to Ryan Hemrod for providing us with this week's pictures. We had talked about the concert earlier with our guests, but also seeing it really makes it beautiful.
I am in the strings program, and we all have worked hard to give the concert to benefit Relay for Life in honor of Hannah Woods, as well as the Marshall County Strings Scholarship.
Thank you all for watching this episode of WJMH Reports.
And thank you WLU-TV and Xfinity for airing WJMH Reports.
We'll be back soon with more stories from around the community right here on WLU-TV.
For Holden and everyone here at WJMH Media, I'm Penelope Petrucci. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
Roll Pride is not just a saying.
It represents who we are.
A pack of lions is called a pride.
The leader of that pride, the alpha lion, is called the monarch.
Here at John Marshall, our way of life requires teamwork,
hard work, and determination.
We don't just have pride.
We are pride.
Our pride is made up of each and every one of you.
When we stick together as a family, we can't help but succeed.
And when we roll Pride, there's no stopping us.
Roll Pride! Who should recycle? Well, the easy answer is everyone, but there is a more in-depth answer too. I believe younger people should feel more inclined to recycle because they can help build their future with more resources instead of letting it go to the landfill. But that doesn't mean that others shouldn't recycle either. Parents and grandparents create the pathway for their children and grandchildren and set themselves as an example, so it's crucial that they can also help out. If everyone can try to do their part and recycle, then it'll help our generations and the future ones.